Tonight on MasterChef Australia, we're out and about for a special Seaside Masterclass.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Matt shares the news of the day
One day you're in the paper, next day you're just chip wrapping.
as he whips up a zesty tartare sauce. But there's something missing.
Where's the fish?
And you won't believe Gary's secret ingredient for the best batter in the business.
This looks like a Gary secret.
Don't tell everyone. And then George serves a special whiting dish.
Very delicate.
Gary makes mussels for some local heroes. George and top chef Aaron Turner tempt us with a sensational snapper creation.
Your cooking is unbelievable and beautiful.
And Matt gets serious with his meatloaf recepe for cheese.
I would normally serve it with lots of green vegetables.
Would you?
No.
Burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are. We got today, so spin me round and show me the way back to burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are.
Oh, what's that noise? Oh, this is
Thank you, boys and girls.
Thank you.
How's
Thank
this?
you, guys.
Barwin
Excellent.
heads. Beautiful, isn't it?
Incredible.
I think we need to get cooking.
Yes. Can't wait.
What's it? How you doing?
Isn't it nice to get out and about? Yeah. Huh? Beautiful Barwin Heads, Bellarine Peninsula, and we're at a little place called At the Heads. Strangely, because we're at the Heads. It's gorgeous, isn't it? A lot of Melburnians spend most of their summer down on this coastline, and it is gorgeous.
Including me. Hence why.
What's this?
Hence why I'm representing my surf club, Point Lonsdale, which is just over there.
So big week, massive week. Samira, you're back in. We are pleased. We
Thank
are really,
you.
really pleased.
Thank you.
And Rishi, how's the pin? How's the bling?
It's awesome.
Awesome. Does it make you feel you can win this baby now?
does.
You've got to start fixing your mind on the fact that you're going to win. For the rest of you, other than Rishi and Emma, you don't have immunity pins, so you've got your work cut out.
I'm really scared.
You really do. Tough gig. On a brighter note, what are we cooking?
Yeah,
you are cooking something special?
Yeah, I'm going to show the guys how to cook a little bit of whiting and do a little smoky bacon mayonnaise using oysters.
You also have to go foraging with one of the Bellarine's best chefs.
Yep.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I'm going to do a little twist on battered fish and also a great mussel dish.
George, you need to go and put your whites on.
Yep.
Gary, you need to go and
I
get
need to-
some beer.
Strange.
Beer?
I may or may not come.
And what are
He
you
may or
doing?
may not cook with it either.
And what are you doing?
I'm going to do something new.
Oh,
Right. I'll leave you to it.
But before that, I'm going to change on my wet things because my bum's a bit damp. You're going to have a proper day at the beach. You've got to have chips. Let this be a salutary lesson to all of you. One day you're in the paper, next day you're just chip wrapping, all right? You can't have chips without a tartare sauce, so I'm going to show you in this new section, which is called The Essentials, a tartare sauce that is just dead set easy. So we'll get underway. First thing we're going to do is blend up a couple of pickles. I'm going to put out 30 grams of capers in, and then I'm also going to leave some I'm going to put in whole, because I like these little bursts of flavour. Right. Now, all we want is a little coarse rubble. We're just going to process it like that. I want to make sure we leave a bit of texture in there. That's pretty darn good. Now what I'm going to do is a bit of a salt in there, and then one bowl. So, here we got our chopped bits and pieces. Now about 200 mils of the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, especially the whole egg mayonnaise you buy in the shops, are quite thick and they're quite unctuous. So, just a bit of lemon juice to add a bit of acidity. Now the final thing, some beautiful chopped dill. Parsley, quite a lot of it because I love the colour it's going to give. And again, it makes you feel a little less guilty about eating all that mayonnaise because, of course, that's fresh and green and herby. And then some more capers, so you get little bursts of flavours when you eat them. Stir it in, loosen it up. Sterilised jar, you know the deal. In the oven, lids in boiling water. And then here we go. So there we have Matt's simple tartare sauce.
There's something missing. Chips and tartare make perfect sense, but where's the fish?
More importantly, where's the beer, Gary? You said you were getting beer. Oh, there you go. So you're going to make a beer batter.
Classic beer batter for me, fish and chips. I look at that and I just go, even those fishermen and the kids on the end of the pier, fish and chips, amazing.
Now, local beer from Queen's.
Yeah, look at that.
This fish from out there.
Caught off the pier.
Yep.
Beautiful flathead.
What is this strange pinky orangey stuff here? This looks like a Gary secret.
That is a Gary secret, all right? And don't tell everyone, but it's custard powder.
Oh, right.
And what the custard powder does is give you a wonderful colour. And if you think about it, custard powder is essentially corn flour with a little bit of food colouring and a little bit of vanilla. There's a little bit of sugar. So when the batter hits the fryer, you get this really rich golden colour and you get this little sweetness. And I like it. I like it a lot. There's lots of tricks, but there's 75 grams of custard powder, 75 grams of corn flour, little pinch of bicarb, about half a teaspoon, and then 150 flour. So you get it, you're following? Half corn flour to half flour. And then this is how hard I'm going to work today. All I do is put a little bit of the beer into the middle, and batter should be made by making a little well in the middle and then incorporating the flours into the liquid. This creates the proper batter.
Colour's amazing. It's kind of almost neon, isn't it?
So you whisk the lumps out and then also add enough beer to get that really smooth, lump-free batter at the right consistency.
When you're whisking here, you're not whisking to incorporate air, you're just whisking to take out the lumps.
Because the aeration is the self-raising flour, right? Because it's got baking powder in, and of course the bicarb and the beer.
Will we need to let this sit?
It can do with a half an hour sit, so it's a nice quick batter to make at home. I reckon that's good. You're looking for the consistency of single cream, all right? So secret of battering, the fish steams inside the batter shell. That's what it does. So if you took the batter off, the fish inside steamed. So you just take this beautiful flathead, flour first, into the batter.
Wow.
And the oil should be about 180, 185. And the secret is just to hold it just for a second or two, just so that the weight of the fish holds itself in the oil, and then you let it go.
If I'm not using a deep fat fryer, which has got a thermostat on it, I'm just using a pot with oil. Is there an easy way I can tell when the oil's got to transfer?
There's lots of little tricks you can use, but in all honesty, I recommend every person now buys a thermometer. Honestly, it takes the guesswork out.
Oh. 20 bucks.
So this is going to take about 3 to 4 minutes, and what I always recommend is just turn it over. Can you see that? Oh my God.
Colour's fantastic.
Yeah, amazing colour. That is the custard powder.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's just that was 2 steps, and that's perfect. And you know, really, cooking's about results.
So a little bit of salt.
That's fantastic.
And I think the key here, honestly, is just to chuck it on, including the batter bits, and then do this.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of messy, mucky, and suits the environment.
I love that moment when you break open the fish, you get the steam just coming out. How beautiful is that? You could not cook that fish better, Gary. That is just perfect. I think we just need to finish it off with a little splodge there of that.
It is a special treat. Does anybody want to come up and eat a bit?
Kelty and Christina.
Can we eat some?
We better.
Looks fantastic.
God, that smells good.
That is absolutely delicious.
Oh, that's so good. And you get the flavour of the beer in it.
The bitterness of the beer and the sweetness of the custard powder cancel each other out.
You do get a touch of sweetness through there.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect Barwon head lunch, isn't it?
Yeah, I do.
Right, let's cut to the chase. Today we're making whiting escabeche with a Kilpatrick mayonnaise and puffed wild rice. Okay, so first job, Rishi, get out here. Yes. Yeah, hurry up.
Yes. Go, Rishi.
Hang on. Let's give that a little polish. Rishi, I want you to juice these oranges. Now, all I did was stick them on my barbecue, right, and char them until they were burnt. So not hard to do, all right? While you're juicing, turn that on, please, Rishi. Not too high. Right, I'm gonna slice a few shallots up, okay? All right, now we've got some dragon carrots here, some yellow carrots and some straight Dutch carrots. It's gonna create the sauce that we're gonna cook the whiting in. Now, Rishi, olive oil's in?
Yep.
Yes, what?
Yes, it is in. Chef.
Get the shallots in there and start sweating them down. Now we'll pop the carrots in too. Wonderful. We've got some star anise. We'll throw that in. Coriander seeds. Right, how are we looking?
Done.
Beautiful.
Done.
All right,
Yep.
at that point, juice goes in. Okay, and some vinegar, because I want some sharpness. Okay, now that's looking good. You can turn that off for a second and just wait for about a minute, and then we're gonna tip that over the top of the fish and leave it. Now, our whiting. Beautiful local whiting. Yeah? Doesn't get any better than this. The eyes are glowing and they're like yours, Christina, beautiful. Right, let's fillet this fish, okay? Now, this is a super easy fish to fillet. I go just underneath the gills, as close to the head as possible, all right? I make an incision, bang, in control, one slice. Now, at this point, I jam my knife through and then I run it all the way through the whiting, okay? And then I just take a little bit of the tail off. There you have it. Beautiful, it's just beautiful. Okay, that now goes into a tray that we just douse with a bit of olive oil. Right, pour that mixture over the whiting, Rishi. So now that mixture is over the whiting, that's looking wonderful, and there's enough heat in there to cook that whiting. That there is yummy stuff. Right, oyster mayonnaise, stick blender, a little container here, local smoked oysters. You want to try one? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 egg yolks and a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. A tablespoon of white wine vinegar. All right? Sesame seeds, about a tablespoon. Shaved bonito, that goes in. You stick the blender in, Rishi. A bit of Tabasco. A bit of Worcester, a good glug of olive oil in there. Okay, let's have a taste. Oh. That's good, isn't it?
Yep.
Hey?
Amazing.
You guys can take that home tonight. I made some already
Oh,
and
excellent.
stuck it in a squeezy bottle. That, a big bucket of fried chips. You're in heaven. Hey, Daniel?
I'm getting used to it.
Okay. One last thing, wild rice, and literally I've fried that in hot fat, pretty much about 230 degrees, like scalding hot, so you've got to be careful. Taste them. That's good, isn't it?
Yep. Just like the puffed rice.
This fish has been in for what, 10 minutes? The flesh is pale and firm, it's done.
Can you overcook it in
Yeah,
there?
yeah, if you leave that in the escabeche too long, it will just dry out. Right, let's plate this baby up, hey, Rishi?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're just gonna place these along the fish. Doesn't matter in what order, as long as it looks pretty. Okay, our oyster mayonnaise. And we've got some salt bush that we picked locally, and then we just crispy fried that. Isn't that lovely? And then this lovely Mizuna, which is grown locally as well. And then why not some of this beautiful little dressing here? So it's got it all, this dish. I'm happy with that. You happy with that, Rishi?
Absolutely beautiful, yeah.
There you go. Local whiting. Right. Rishi, who would you like to invite out?
Lucy's giving me a death stare, so Lucy,
Right, okay.
come on in. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Oh, what a gent. Oh. Very delicate. That oyster mayonnaise is beautiful.
Juicy, really juicy.
Right, you can go and sit down.
Hi.
What a cracker masterclass. Here we are, beautiful Bellarine Peninsula, but more importantly, hopefully you guys have got some new tips and tricks for the week ahead. Now, there's a boat coming in. I'm hoping Gary's waiting on the jetty for our delivery.
G'day, Lance. How are you?
Gary?
You all right?
Good. I'll tell you what, who'd swap jobs with us?
I don't know. I love it. Lance, welcome ashore. You've obviously had a good morning.
We have. It's been fantastic, and I'll tell you what, we've got some prime mussels for you today.
So straight out of the sea, beautiful.
Yeah,
Port
man.
Arlington mussels.
Yeah.
What makes them special, mate? What makes these babies beautiful?
We've got this beautiful ocean water just flushing the bay out
Love it.
the whole time. It's massive.
Love it. So if you want good mussels in Victoria, Port Arlington. Is that what
That's
you're saying?
the place.
Well, I'm about to find out because we're going to go and cook something.
That'd be fantastic.
Want to come along and help?
Too right.
Good stuff. What a great day.
It's beautiful.
Love it. This is pretty special as far as I'm concerned. Hello, how are you going? Hi. Not going to give us a round of applause? We've been collecting mussels. Lance, tell us what we got here.
Well, we've got some beautiful prime mussels from Port Phillip Bay.
Beautiful.
And they were caught this morning, and I'd have to say these are in probably the best condition that we have them in all year.
Smell?
They should smell, always just smell like the sea. They shouldn't smell, there shouldn't be any odour.
Smell like the sea. Put them in your hand, get your nose in there. Really beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? So how do we clean these?
All we need to do is just pull that bit of beard out.
Yeah.
And then I rinse them under the pot, under the tap, and then just throw them straight in the pot.
Bit of clean water. Nothing wrong with all those beautiful sort of juices going into the pan.
no,
and actually, when you cook, you want those because that's where the flavour is. And I find mussels make the perfect fish stock, and it gives you this incredible flavour. Sometimes salty, so you've got to be careful, but delish. You want to chuck those back in there? Actually, I need a couple of workers. You can, if I give you a bowl, you can just pull a few of those beards off, right, like this. And then if you think there's a little bit of, muck that you can scrape off, then you can do that. But there's a few, some of them are really clean because they're coming out of beautiful, clean water.
These are grown in 26 metres of water, so we get a lot of ocean tide runs past them every change of tide.
So if you're coming down to this part of the country, eat mussels, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that right? You comfortable doing that? Just a few. Right, so cleaned our mussels. So mussels are ready. We're going to do a little dish with mussels, chorizo, a little bit of garlic, some white wine and tomatoes. Very, very simple dish, really easy to make and a good kind of one-pot wonder that everybody can stick their hands into. But I also want some texture on there. So I've got a couple of things. Have you ever seen frigola? You ever heard of that stuff before? It's like a pasta. It's a Sardinian pasta. And what happens when you boil it and cook it, like a pasta or a grain or a couscous, you get that same kind of consistency. Have a look at that raw, and then have a look at that cooked. And then on top of that, we're going to put some texture in there with pangrattata, which is really poor man's Parmesan. That's where it comes from. It's a way of using stale bread. It makes sort of crunchy croutons, gives it texture, and that's what we're going to pop in the dish. And it's perfect on other pastas like spaghetti. That's easy. So, we take a little bit of bread that's getting older, and And what we do is just tear that up into little pieces. Come on, get involved. The smaller you tear it now, the less kind of work. That's what I want to do. I'm going. I just want to chase balls. Right, that'll do. That's perfect. Fantastic. So, into the pan. I was like saying a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit? And then just put those in. You know, to be honest, if you cook this in the oven, then all you got to do is put these little breadcrumbs on a tray, drizzle with oil, and that way you get away with putting less oil and you get the same kind of golden crunch, all right?
Gary, does it have to be sourdough bread? It can just be any bread?
No, you can use any bread, honestly. Can you do that? You can. It's not really that clever. Do you want to have a go? Draw an oval with your hand. Yeah, now a little bit more momentum that way. Yeah, look at that. Come on, come on. Yeah! Hey, that's it. We'll cook these mussels. So, big pot, power on, high heat, and we'll wait for that to get hot. And things like mussels and calamari, you know, 20 years ago, people weren't really eating a lot of, whereas now, they eat a lot of them. All right, so this pot's been on for a few minutes. It's got a bit of heat, as you can see. So, mussels into the pot. I'm just going to put a touch of white wine in. I was going to ask one of you boys to see if you could unscrew the lid. That's what's going to give you a great stock, too. Lid on.
So, Gary, they're just going to steam?
So, basically, what's going to happen is that they're going to steam inside there and they'll open up. There's a little thing where people say, oh, if the mussels don't open, then they're not safe to eat. And to be honest, if you know you're getting them from a good supplier, I don't really believe in that. Sometimes they cook closed. It's just the way, you know, they cook. Really a better test of whether or not they're fresh is when they're raw. If they're a little bit open, when you tap them or touch them, they actually close. Because mussels are a tidal, you know, mollusk, right? So they, as the tide goes out, they close. So that's a much better test to see whether they're fresh or not. What I do at home, actually, is if some of them aren't open and I'm worried about it, I actually just take the ones out that are cooked, you know, because I don't want to overcook these things, right? But don't be afraid sometimes just to sort through them, pick out the ones that are open, and then leave the other ones just simmering away there. Look at that. Really delicious. Rest of the mussels off. And look at that juice. Really yummy. Right, so we'll just set those mussels aside, let those juices drain. Don't forget that you can keep that's stock, so if you want to, you can put it in little ice trays and freeze it, and you can pull that out next time you're making a little fish risotto or something like that and use that stock. Absolutely delicious. We're on the beautiful beach at Barwon Heads, and I'm cooking mussels with chorizo and tomato. Mussels done. So let's get on to the sauce for the mussels. Bit of olive oil, some onion and some garlic. Pop that in. I'm going to pop in the chorizo, but I want to leach some of that fat out of the sausage. Now I'm going to put a pinch of salt and a bit of pepper with the onions and the chorizo, but just be careful. I've tasted those mussels already. They're really clean. They're not too salty. Whereas if they're salty, then just don't put any salt in at all. Right, we're getting a bit of colour on those onions and a little bit of colour on that chorizo now, which is beautiful. Chuck in my tomatoes.
Would you normally know when the chorizo is done?
It's just however you like it done. And these are called chef snacks, right?
Are those?
You want one?
Oh, please. Thank you.
You really want it so that it's just starting to shrink a little bit. Some of the fat's coming out, starting to add some richness. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's delicious, yeah. Thanks, mate.
And you know, sometimes when you go to a restaurant, you never get a dish. It's because the chef's out the back, isn't it? Right. Yeah. And these breadcrumbs are coming along now. See, they're actually now finally drying out, and they're really tasty. So to make them tastier, a few pine nuts. And I'll toast those pine nuts so they take on a little bit of colour. I want to put some lemon zest in there. Put some chopped herbs. A bit of fresh herb. And that's done. You know what I like doing, though, just because you're so healthy? Just put look at that, look at that. But you know what? It tastes amazing. Like, just taste it. It's amazing, look. And salt, look, taste it. It's good, isn't it? Right, Okay, let's chuck some mussels in. You come over here, and we just make sure that there's no beards on those at all. So what you don't want is see if there's any little remaining beards. We might find another one too. So we're just checking, make sure they're good. Right, so mussels are ready. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of this fregola in. Really just to finish this dish now, lemon juice, pancrettata and some fresh herbs, just a final boost at the end. So a touch of lemon. So we're going to just very roughly run a knife through it. And then a little bit of this pancrettata, and it's kind of job done.
Gary, what's the consistency of the mussels and the sauce?
What I want it to do is coat the mussels. I want it to be, and if I'm going to describe it, I want it to be rich, tomatoey, a little bacony, or, you know, that chorizo sausage flavour, and a little bit oily, because, you know, it's that oil that sort of fixes the flavour on your tongue. Right, so mussels out, basically.
Oh, that looks so good. I'm so hungry.
Bit of lemon. More breadcrumbs, pine nuts. That's it. Job done. Mussels with tomato, chorizo, and fregola. Beautiful. You can give me a round of applause if you want. Right, let's tuck in. They look all right, don't they?
So good.
Chorizo, crunch, breadcrumbs, that kind of slippery fregola as well, which is pasta. We're saving lives, we're swimming, we're cooking. It's a pretty good life down here at Barwon Heads, isn't it?
Aaron Turner, thank you for having us here in your hometown, the beautiful Bellarine Peninsula. Why do you love this place so much?
Oh, I mean, you've seen a snapshot of it. It's the best place to live. We've got rolling pastures into the sea. I mean, for me as a cook, it just makes sense. I'm right in the middle of everything.
You got it all.
I got it all.
Fantastic. Let's go and find some stuff. Oh, look at this.
So this is Point Henry saltbush.
Fantastic.
It's really soft leaves, and if you taste it, it's got a real green apple, like an apple skin flavour.
Yeah, totally.
And
totally.
it can handle everything: frying, cooking, sautéing, raw.
What are we going to go and find now?
Oh, we're going to have a look and see if there's any pig face around. There's a little seaside succulent.
Yum.
We've got some just in here.
Oh my gosh. Look at it. There's loads of it, isn't there? That's like a little salt bomb, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Where to next?
We'll head down the train tracks, get some Seaside rocket.
Hopefully we won't get hit by a train.
No, with any luck.
All right, so what have we got?
So this is Seaside rocket. Got quite a kick.
Oh, yum.
Good,
That is delicious. Wow, we got loads of stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Shall we go and do a bit of cooking?
Yeah, let's go do it. Cool.
Here we are in the beautiful Bellarine Peninsula with a man who's definitely put food and this region on the map. The most amazing restaurant called Loam, 2 chef hats, regional restaurant of the year, and someone who totally believes in locality, provenance, and delicious cooking. Aaron Turner.
Thanks for having me, guys. And welcome to the Bellarine. It's one of the most amazing places in the world, I believe. I'm going to show you a dish today that was the very first dish that I sent across the pass when I opened Loam. It was on for a week when I could get really, really good baby snapper from the bay, just out here. The dish is snapper poached in first press olive oil with a milk skin, pickled beech herbs and red cabbage sauce. The first step, we have to get some milk on to make the milk skin, so we just want to get that on a gentle heat. As an apprentice, when you make a custard and you get a skin and you get told off, that's what we want.
So,
The next thing, I think we've got to pick the beech herbs that we've been out picking.
Brilliant. Yeah. That's picked like 20 minutes ago.
All right, so we got some saltbush. This is Point Henry saltbush. If you eat it raw, it's got a real green apple skin flavour. So if you want to get in there. Just pick some really little bits, soft bits. The light green ones are the best. We also picked some pig face, which is another succulent that grows wild everywhere. And it's really juicy. So if you wanted to try some of that. This here we got Seaside Rocket. Not dissimilar to the wild rocket that you see in the supermarket or you can buy commercially. It's a really strong rocket, but it kind of tastes like the sea as well.
Emma, you love this, don't you?
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, this is your dream. A little restaurant, just cooking what's around you, in season, beautiful.
Absolutely.
So just going to make a quick pickle for the sea herbs. So I've got some water, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of rice vinegar. Yep, that's ready. We don't want it too hot.
Yep.
Because we'll just kill all the texture of the sea herbs. We're just going to spoon some over and let it sit until we're ready. So we'll just let that sit. Part of this dish has a red cabbage sauce.
So you've literally put that red cabbage in a juicer?
Yep, through the juicer, pinch of salt, and we'll just reduce that by about half.
Brilliant. Here we are in the beautiful Bellarine Peninsula with Aaron Turner cooking a beautiful dish. Right, what's next?
The fish. So this is baby snapper. There's a lot of snapper comes out of the bay. They have a season down here of about 3 months. Part of the reason I live down here is I'm so close to all these guys that handle it from the boats, so I can get the best that I possibly can. And then it's up to me to translate that onto a plate. I kind of like to use the natural contour of the fish. So I just take that bit out. And it seems wasteful, but we'll use that and staff meal, stock. So we'll just use those two.
Beautiful.
Put that over there.
Okay, so, right, what have you got here? Because I see you're holding it with such, you know, like, it's my baby.
This is my baby. This is the very first pressing of the olives for the season. This is the pressing that they do to test if the olives are ready to process.
Could you just use, like, actual olive oil?
Yeah, absolutely. But this is, for me, part of the dish because it has such a unique flavour. This is just some leaves from the olive trees that are in front of the restaurant. I use them instead of a bay leaf.
Yeah.
They've got a great flavour.
Great flavour.
And just a few peppercorns.
So what temperature roughly do we need to get that to? 38, 39?
Yeah, 40.
40?
Like, no,
okay.
no higher. So we get the fish.
So how long will that fish take?
Because we're just letting it set its proteins, 7-10 minutes. We're looking for it to just change, like still just be a little bit translucent.
When you're poaching something in oils, you wait until it's at that exact temp before you put it in?
Yep.
Turn the heat off or keep it on low so the temp doesn't drop?
A good tip would be to get it just over where you want it, take it off. By the time you're in, it's up to the temperature. And that'll stay at a good temperature for a while. Just get these guys out.
That looks beautiful. Look at the skin, it's just like glistening and beautiful.
Should we just finish the sauce?
Yeah, let's finish the sauce, right. So you've reduced down that cabbage juice, you've taken a little bit of that frothy scum off the top.
Yep, we're just thickening it with a little kuzu. So it's all natural. It acts in the same way as a cornflour. So it's got a nice mouthfeel and holds on the plate really well. Gives it a nice sheen as well.
So the milk's looking good. You've just brought that to the boil, set that aside.
Yeah.
Allowing that skin to form, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm just going to check these.
Yep.
We're all good.
Excellent. Right, what's
all right,
next?
Let's plate up, I think.
Cool.
Wow.
Very cool. Very cool.
Garnish all over the fillet. We're just putting the sauce on just to, and you don't want a lot of this, it's quite strong.
That
Stunning
looks
colour.
absolutely stunning. There's a reason why you're creating such a stir and conversation here in the Bellarine Peninsula, and the rest of us chefs who are in the city envy you because your cooking is unbelievable and beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow, that looks spectacular. I think there's one person that only wants to taste in this group. Come on. Come on in.
Thank you so much.
You excited?
Wow, it's a work of art. I'm sort of ashamed to even eat it.
How pretty is it?
It's amazing.
What do you love about it?
I love the grassiness of the poached snapper. The immediate crunch of the pig face is fantastic, and then the snapper is beautiful and young and fresh and baby-like.
You know what I noticed first thing is that milk skin.
Yeah.
It gives a lovely sort of creaminess and richness to the fish, and quite sweet.
And
as
quite
well.
sweet from the milk, that's exactly right.
Well, there you have a beautiful dish. Thank you so much, Aaron. A big round of applause.
Thank you for having me.
Right, my cheats recipe this week is meatloaf. The secret of any meatloaf is to add a good barbecue sauce, which you can use as a glaze. And of course, meatloaf has to be served with mashed potato. And I'm going to give you a little cheats trick for mashed potato stolen from Heston Blumenthal. In here, I have 500 grams of local grass-fed beef, plus also 500 grams of local Birregurra sausages. Into this, I'm going to put 3 cloves of garlic, half a red onion, 125 grams of oats, which are going to give it the bulk, an egg to bind, some milk to moisten, and obviously a good pinch of salt. Just wait for that to come together. They're kind of there. Oh, delicious. Now, you could use a loaf tin, but honestly, it's another bit of washing up, so... So, meatloaf into a preheated 180-degree oven. Half an hour, we'll glaze it. We'll then finish it off in the oven. The next thing we're going to make is a Cheats barbecue sauce, or we would, but there is no such thing. Barbecue sauce is a religion. There is no cheating on barbecue sauce. There's no cheating on your husband or wife. There's no cheating on your football team. These are the 3 rules of life. We start with tomato ketchup. The essence of any American barbecue spice rub, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and allspice. There's also some English mustard in there as well.
Is
Lucy.
there an equal amount of each?
There's 1 teaspoon of the allspice, paprika, mustard, and garlic powder. There is 2 teaspoons of onion powder.
Ooh, okay, thank you.
So, straight in with those spices into your tomato sauce. We're now going to add maple syrup, 3 tablespoons. Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons. We need some sweetness, so we're going to add 120 grams of treacle. We're also going to add some acidity, 3 tablespoons of cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. It's going to reduce, it's going to thicken, and it's going to darken. And all those spices that you can see just speckling are all going to meld together. Hey, how easy is that?
Awesome.
Mashed potato, the one thing that George, Gary and I have argued more about than anything else, the cleverness of this trick, which is a Heston Blumenthal trick, this cheat, is that you get an amazing texture without using cream. And so much of the flavour of the potato is in the skins. What else does a potato skin have besides the flavour of the potato?
Starch.
Starch. What does starch do?
Thickens things.
And it also gives that wonderful creaminess you get in risotto. So what we're going to use is we're going to draw out from these potato skins the starch and the creaminess, and we're then going to use that to make this potato taste really creamy, even though there's no cream in it. And we're just going to cover those with milk. All we're going to do is we're going to cook down those skins so they release some of their starch, some of their flavour into the milk. And while our potatoes are cooking, salted water, it's cut into slices, we're going to finish off our barbecue sauce. Now, our barbecue sauce cooked down, it's got this lovely, thick, glossy colour.
So glossy.
We're just going to finish it with our bourbon, 3 tablespoons of bourbon. What we're going to add is the final thing, a little shot of coffee. What the coffee does, it just brings a little bit of bitterness to balance some of that sweetness. That is absolutely rocking. Next we've got to do meatloaf cooked for 30 minutes or so. We're now going to glaze it. So I've taken half the barbecue sauce and I put it in a jug, which we'll use for serving later. Here we have that glaze, and we're just going to run it down the middle. We now use a pastry brush to cover it all over. Meatloaf back in the oven about half an hour until it reaches a cook temperature. So we've done our starchy milk there, which has got loaded with potato flavour. So we've got hot cooked spuds, and to that we're going to use our sieve over the top, pour in the milk. That's about, what, 25 grams of butter there. So here we've got mashed potato thickened with potato starch. Quite delicious. We've got our barbecue sauce. And finally, our meatloaf.
Ah, just in time.
Perfectly timed, gentlemen.
We can smell it from a distance.
That looks delicious.
You're going to slice,
Shall I slice? Oh,
Yeah.
slice.
But can you just take the little end bit off for me?
Oh, the end bit's the best bit. I want the other end bit then.
It's pretty.
Yum.
Aww.
Delicious.
Where's my bit?
They ate both ends.
Obviously, I would normally serve it with lots of green vegetables.
On your mate.
Cheap mashed potato, thickened with potato starch, cooked with the skins, no wastage. Meatloaf, easy to make. And finally, a no-cheat barbecue sauce, because what's the rule? You can't cheat on barbecue sauce, your wife, or your football team.
Nice day down on the Bellarine. A little bit of the surf coast just to have a look at as a bit of a backdrop. Love it. But next week, have you got any idea what's in store? Well, we do.
Don't forget to get back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
See you there.
Bye, guys.
Next time, the splendour begins as we dine out on love.
The theme of this week is love.
And where there's love, there's chocolate. Wow. And romantic dinners for 50 couples hungry for love.
First dates, there's always memory tied up around them. You always remember that first meal you shared together.
Food will have you head over heels.
Wow, who's this cook?
I love it.
And it all kicks off with a mystery box that leaves them baffled.
Nothing. What's going on?
We want you to fill your mystery box from a less usual selection.
But love hurts, because they'll have to switch the box with someone else.
Nolene's missed the brief. It's about love, Nolene, love.
As they cook with an unwanted gift.
Bit of a schmozzle so far. This could put me into that elimination.
Who will feel the love?
You are amazing.
And who will let love pass them by?
This is not your finest hour.